Well, the burning question is how can a team that gives up 38 and 38 in the first two quarters turn around and give up 27 and 21? And so that's what we got to figure out. We got to decide that we're going to start games stronger, with more presence, more disposition, that we're going to move the ball better. And that's really where we are as a team right now.
You said wanted to temper expectations for Myles. Seeing him tonight, was he about in a spot where you expected him to be?
Well, it's really difficult to come back after a week of, not playing. We had a semi-practice yesterday with contact, just a little bit of contact. He did well with all that stuff and getting ramped back up, but there was the expected, rust in the first game. But I thought he did a lot of great things. I thought he was a real presence around the basket. He had I don't know how many block shots he had. 4 block shots. I mean, that's world class, and he's going to help us a lot.
With the defensive starts and then improving in the second half, do you get the sense it's more mentality or more approach strategic? Like you went away from the 4 minutes in the second half, and then the defense was a little better. Where do you get the sense that?
Well, but the same group started, so, they have to decide. Otherwise, I can change lineups all day long, and everybody's going to be clamoring for our young guys to play all the minutes, and we're not there. We're not there. We've got good veteran players that need to help lead this team and need to help us compete better at the beginning of games. Clearly, and yes, I got to coach better. Our staff's got to coach better. It's on all of us. I mean, we're all in that room together, So, and then, nobody wants to hear about tough opponents or any of that nonsense. I mean, it's the NBA. All these teams are good.
What did you see from Buddy tonight as he kind of wiggled free in ways that he hadn't in the first couple of games?
Well, I mean, in the second half, he moved great. He was moving the ball, cutting, creating a lot of things for our team. And consequently, he was getting open for shots, and he got in a groove. And he got in one of those Buddy Hield grooves that, or he made 4 or 5 threes. But that wasn't the only reason that we had a great quarter. We had a great quarter because our defensive presence and attitude was much better, and it led to a lot of great things on offense. So, it's 5 games into 82, and we're going to be, logical and analytical about how we look at things. But at the same time, it's, our big challenge is to start games the right way.
What were you seeing out of Jalen tonight, especially in the second half?
Well, I mean, you're asking that question because he hit some shots. He didn't start the game with a particularly good presence either. But we can't be a group that only gets up and fights after we've been kicked in the face and it's sand thrown in our face. I mean, that's never going to work. But I liked his aggression. I liked his shot selection. In the second half, he was a presence around the rim. He blocked some shots. Sticks has a real good feel for the game. But we all need to have more presence to begin the game.
There were, I think, 40 combined fast break points between the 2 teams tonight. And I'm wondering...
Well, there were also 48 additional seconds in the third quarter.
Both tonight or more broadly over the course of the season so far. Have you noticed an impact of the new take foul rule? Do you think that's allowed for more transition opportunities, or have you not really noticed it?
There wasn't a take foul call tonight. It was just there was a clear path foul.
Right. I mean, the fact that there are no more like opportunities.
Oh yeah, it's changing the game. It's changing the game for sure. So.
Like how that's changed.
Oh, I think it's, for the game as a whole, I think it's the right thing, and it'll make a great game even greater. I have no doubt about that. There's been talk about it for several years, and it was time, and it is the right thing. So, but anyway, anything else? Okay.
At what point did you know you were going to play today?
Probably this morning. I felt good. I woke up and I told myself that you just got to keep it rolling. So I just wanted to get my first one. Yeah, man.
Did you feel that there was any rust? Did you feel?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't played basketball, at this level since January. I think game was moving a little fast, and my mind was moving a little fast, faster than my body. I think it's going to take some time for me to, get that rhythm back. But I think that's what these reps are for.
Did you feel that you got more into the rhythm of things as the game went on?
Kind of. Offensively, I think I was a little behind. Just wasn't where I needed to be. Defensively, I feel like I was doing. I played better in the second half. I gave up way too much in the first, but it's all going to come with time.
Yeah, that sequence in the third or fourth quarter, I think you had blocks on 2 straight possessions. Did you feel like you were kind of back at that point?
Started to, yeah. That's my brand of basketball, and I want to continue to play that way.
How does the ankle feel after playing it again?
It's a little sore, but that's to be expected. Feel fine. Just rest up tomorrow and be ready for the game Friday.
Lineup has changed since you were starting into preseason. Did you sense any differences in style or anything you guys fit into?
Not really, man. I think we got good team chemistry. I think it's just a matter. We had quite a few lineup changes and different rotations, and that's what's going to come with the first half of the season. We're just searching for what's going to work. We got to get up to better starts, beginning of our games. So it's whatever works.
You played in preseason. There's obviously big differences, as you just noted, playing in these games. But what did you sense, like intensity-wise, that was more difficult than these games?
I think in preseason you're kind of working on your sets and working on random stuff, but I feel like when the season starts, you know what you want to do, and they did a better job of executing the first half than we did. So, we just gotta get to the bottom and start these games. Everything. I've been working very hard for this moment just to get back here and play NBA basketball again. So, I'm in a good spot mentally, and I have to go out there and perform.
You're 3 blocks away now from passing Roy Hibbert, 4th on the franchise list. What will that mean to you to pass him?
Sick. Roy Hibbert's the OG, man, and I think that's he's done a lot for this organization, done a lot here. So it'd be cool to be in the same category as him.
Also, you're 12 away from 1,000. What will that mean to you?
Oh shit. Oops. Sick. Yeah, it's just a testament to the work, man. I think that's pretty dope too. But I'm not really worried about that. Just gonna go out there and just compete.
You stole his fan section and then take his block record back to back?
I guess it's just part of the business, man. Take it for what it is.
As someone who was also, a lottery pick, maybe high expectations heading into the start of your career as well, were you expecting this out of him, or has he kind of surprised you with how much he's been able to score?
I think obviously I don't really put expectations on him. I think he puts expectations on himself, and I think this is what he expected for himself. He's had a great start to the year so far, and I just want to keep going.
Forgive me for asking about this again, but you guys have talked about mentality to start games defensively before. Rick just talked about it again in there. How hard is it to actually change that? When you prep for games and things like that?
Yeah, I don't know. We got to figure it out because our third quarters are so much better than our first quarter, so we got to figure it out.
What's it mean that Myles back?
It's big for us. I think just obviously his presence. Obviously he protects the rim with the best of them, but just having him out there is just good for the energy and the aura of the team.
Is there anything with Myles out there you feel like you can do differently having him back there?
I think he spaces the floor at a high level. He can obviously shoot the ball. He's got a great IQ for the game. I don't know what year he's in, but he just understands screening angles. And he was on our bigs the last couple of games with him not playing, on how to set screens the right way and stuff like that. So it's been good to have him back.
How much easier does that make your job?
A lot easier.
On the offensive end, kind of same thing. How does he help you on that? I know you are still learning to play with him on that. How does he help you on that side of it?
Like I said, just his screening angles. I think communicating with our bigs, he's been big throughout the start of the season, and now having him back out there to, his patience, his IQ for the game, I think it's huge.
There were 40 combined fast break points between the two teams tonight. Have you noticed at all this season the fact that there are no more take fouls? Do you think that's opened up more fast break?
For sure, for sure. I think there are times when I turn the ball over and I want to grab somebody, but you got to think about it. But I think it's good for the game. I think it's what fans pay to see. Pay to see, high-paced basketball. So I think it's good for the game.
I know, obviously, that means you can't grab him on the defensive end, but getting at him on offense, is it more fun that way?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think it's just more fun on both sides of the ball. Makes you value the ball more.
What do you feel like ignites Buddy in games like this? You played with him a lot before. Tonight was his best game of the season. What specifically set him up for this?
I don't know if there's anything specific. He just plays with a great spirit, great energy once he sees the ball. And he's got the most confidence you'll ever meet. So, he sees one go in, he feels like the next 5, 6, 7 are going in. So, it's just who he is.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
Rick talked about needing to play, locked in for all 4 quarters, had some rough starts. I know you've talked about bringing energy and effort tonight. How can you do that as a team over 4 quarters and not have to battle back like you have a couple of games this year?
Pretty much we just got locked in from the jump, I mean, we grown men. We not little kids just learning the game. We know how to play, and we just got to pretty much focus on those rotations that we have to have early on, because we get killed on them, and it kind of put us in holes. And then like you said, at the end of the game, we're battling back every time. So we just got to change that, and then we'll be fine.
How was playing with Myles tonight?
I was fun. I mean, obviously, I didn't get to play with him last season. I got to play with him a little bit in preseason. But it was fun. I mean, we still reading each other. He's still getting back. And I feel as though once we get back and once we continue to learn each other, it's going to be a powerful duo down low for us.
Did you learn anything about the way he plays playing your first regular season game with him tonight?
I mean, nothing that I didn't know already. I mean, you know who Myles is, defender, shot maker. I'm pretty much a big body down there. And, I mean, obviously, I got to just adjust my game around that. So I'm not in his way, and so he's not in my way. So it's pretty much, like I said, we still learning each other. It's like we've only been together for, maybe 2 or 3 games. But we'll figure it out.
What are those adjustments?
Pretty much, I mean, obviously, both of us blocking shots, grabbing rebounds. And pretty much we just got to, figure out our spots. I mean, well, he knows his spots. I just got to figure out my spacing around him.
What have you found the last 2 games for you on the offensive end?
Pretty much just play with confidence, I mean, that's what this league is, a confidence league. And to just finding my spots, not forcing anything, not rushing anything, and just making sure I'm taking my time.
What was working in the 3rd quarter to allow you guys to make that comeback?
Pretty much we just locked in on defense, we focused on getting stops in a row. And I feel as though that's something that we should have did early on, so we wouldn't have to put ourselves in that position at that point.
You feel like playing at the 4 is better if you were playing next to another big? It seems like that's kind of helped you these last couple of games.
I mean, yeah. I mean, in college I played next to a big. Here I'm just still learning, and pretty much with the 4, it just comes spacing. It's nothing difficult. You got to learn to be in the right spots at the right time and figure out the different rotations. I mean, obviously it's a lot more perimeter things, but ain't nothing I can't handle.